Sometimes it's hard to believe that the COVID-19 pandemic has been going on for almost 2 years. One of the places where this was deepest felt for many of us was right here at All Saints. We went from a vibrant, in-person worship to everyone having to worship from home in the blink of an eye. Fortunately for our community, a small village came together to recreate worship week after week, filled with beautiful music, the spoken word, and beautiful imagery. In the spring, the world began to open up and some people returned to worship in the sanctuary. It is a trend that continues, and our pews are becoming more full week after week. While we were 100% online, many relatives, former parishioners, and others from miles and miles away began to worship with us. And there were members right here in Chicago who were not comfortable or able to return to the sanctuary. We needed a way to continue to welcome them in for worship. Live streaming one of our services seemed to be the answer. Thanks to a generous donor, we were gifted the funds necessary to purchase cameras and audio equipment. And as we do for all things audio-visual, we turned to Eileen Krause and a small band of volunteers to set them in place. This was and continues to be no small feat in our late 1800s sanctuary. Thank you very much, Eileen. As you might imagine, it takes a small village to produce each broadcast. Currently, we have 3 team members working each Sunday. One assists the chat in our Facebook broadcast and welcomes online worshipers to the service. Another works with the sound equipment to make sure what you hear online is what you would hear in the sanctuary. And last but not least, someone is at the camera controls to bring what is going on inside the sanctuary to computers everywhere. The goal with each broadcast is to make it as immersive as possible. We want to be your eyes and your ears so that you can experience the same service as those who worship in person. This is a labor of love and a work in progress as we continue to make the most of each camera frame and each sound adjustment. Some of our regular online worshipers describe the service in this way: if you can't make it in person, there is no better way to experience what is going on inside that space than on the other end of the internet in my room at my computer. It means so much to me, and I feel like a part of the congregation when I worship online. We end this short video with some questions, and we need your help. We will continue producing live stream broadcasts and making improvements as they go. Friends, this is the easy part. We now have a whole series of tools at our disposal. What are we to do with them? How do we use them to live up to the call as a congregation to be the light of Christ in the world? We pray for and celebrate those who walk through our doors. How do we do this with our virtual doors? How do we build a combined community of those who join in the sanctuary and those who join online? These are big questions. We invite those of you willing to help to think through them and join us in the conversation. And we ask each and every one of us to pray for this journey to share God's call to us as we share the specialness of this place we call All Saints with those whom we know need it, and more importantly, with those whom we do not yet know.